Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Madden 22 with the New England Patriots. We're in week 11. I'm going to try to, if this has to be a bit longer episode, that's fine. I'm going to try to get through the end of the season. And that'll get us into the off-season next episode. So we're going to dive right in. We're 5-5. We have the Falcons coming up in a rematch of Super Bowl, what was it, 52? 53, whatever it was, the 28-3 game. We have some players ready to negotiate. We have to scout, but let's do a player meeting for the short week first. Talking to Cam. Obviously, we have a short week this week, so not much time to create an elaborate game plan. With that being the case, I want to stress how important it is that we play fundamental football. Cam, definitely. Cam agrees with us. Good stuff. Take care of the ball, capitalizing off mistakes rather than being the team making them. Beat the Falcons and commit one or fewer turnover. Okay, well that's a good idea, I think. Let's go to manage staff and set our game day goal. Let's go winning the turnover battle. Game day goal, 3 rushing TVs, 2 pickoffs. I don't think we're going to get 3 rushing touchdowns. Falcons are 2-7. Let's go no turnovers today. Let's win that turnover battle. Game day goal, pick it off twice. Okay, we can try that. We can try that. All right, that's fine. All right. Let's do some scouting. I think we need to start looking at some players that our offense is. So our right tackle is a D, but I think that's because we've got an injury. But it probably wouldn't hurt us to take a look at a couple of tackles. Undrafted. Wow. Okay. Mid-third rounder. Undrafted. Wow, not a lot of good offensive linemen in the draft. Early second rounder. Mid-sixth round. Yeah, not a good draft for, at least on the right side. Left side may be different. We'll see. And we have to save our remaining points for Andrew Shepard next week. Ready to negotiate. Unfortunately, we can't bring back the players I really wanted to bring back. They're not interested in talking to us anymore. Is there anybody here? Gunner, not until week 14. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like Gunner's really the last one. The rest of these guys can walk. We can probably sign better players than that. So let's get to the weekly strategy. Defend the deep pass against Matt Ryan. Sure. Run inside. You know I like running the ball. Winovich, Duggar. Let's change Chase. Any other players we want to add to this that are young? Let's add J.C. Jackson here. Let's start our practice. And see what we get for results. Any upgrades? We do. Nice. Oh, Onwenu. Very nice. It's going to put him up to an 80 overall. Let's make him a bit more agile. So he's at an 81 overall. His morale is down. But he's got a +2 temporary. Why is his morale down? Does it tell us any of that stuff? Does it talk about morale anywhere? Is he not starting? Is that his problem? So we got Wynn starting at left tackle. No, he's starting at left guard. Andrews is starting at center. Mason, and then Trent Brown is hurt. Right, so we have Cayuste going right now at right tackle. All right, well, let's get into the game here against the Falcons. We're going to be missing Stephon Gilmore next year, unfortunately, as well as Devin McCourty. Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Let's go to Super Sim. Let's sim to the end of the quarter. So Atlanta takes an early 7-0 lead. We tie it up. We get the ball back on a turnover, it looks like. 14, so we're up 14-10 at the half. 14-13. Ooh, 21-14. They put up 11 points in the third quarter. We need a touchdown here. Now we're down 10. We're down 7. And we tie it. We're going to overtime. Going to overtime. We'll just go change of possession, I guess. So it's our ball. Can we score a touchdown and win in overtime? Let's see. We get a field goal, and then we stop them. So we win 27-24 in overtime against the Falcons. So we hang on. We hang on against the Atlanta Falcons. We move to 6-5. So we won the scenario goal, which is good. Oh, look at those upgrades. Kyle Duggar gets an upgrade. He's up to an 80. But his morale is down. +3 awareness. Gunnar Olszewski got better. Put it in the slot. He's our return guy. I mean, you know, if he gets better at wide receiver, great, but he's my return guy. And then these guys I don't really care about. We'll put it into field general. I mean, he got better. Then Cayuste. Box score, we improved to 6-5. Cam with another solid game, 23 of 38, 338 yards, no picks. White led us in carries, 17 for 47, a couple of touchdowns. Aguilar with another huge game. White was really, really good. Myers, Henry both had 4 catches. 10 tackles for Duggar. A lot of tackles for losses. That's 7. Sacks from Uche, Winovich, and Van Noy. 1 interception. Jawan Bentley. Oh, good game. Good game. Let's advance to the next week. Oh, what's this? Our team leader has some thoughts on the game. Who is our team leader? It's Cam. 2,500 XP earned for the entire offense. Executing the game plan on a short week has the offense fired up and presented a +10 morale for each player. That's huge. Let's advance a week. Give all of our guys a couple of days off here for that excellent performance. We can upgrade players. Oh, wow. Holy crap. Okay. Isaiah Wynn gets better. Make him better as a pass protector. Damian Harris. Glad that he got better. Power back. He's up to a 77. Jacoby Myers. He's a slot guy. A lot of upgrades. Kalen Ballage, who I don't really care about. We just signed him after we traded Sony Michel. Asiasi is our third string tight end. Jacob Johnson. So many upgrades. That 2,500 XP for winning on the short week was pretty huge there. I think what I might do, if I can't get the game to play Jonnu Smith more regularly, I may trade him. Because Hunter Henry is just a beast. I mean, he's up to an 89. Look at all those increases. All right, so we have 30 staff points. Where do we want to put them? We want to put them into ours. We're going to do this. No, that's not what we want to do. We wanted to go here, right? Hometown discount. 18. That's a weird number, man. I'm going to put it here, though, to continue to get discounts on our players. All right, so we have the Bills. Oh, no, Titans this week. 8-3 Titans. Scout. Let's go back to the, I think it was left guards we were looking at. Finish off Shepard. Mid-third rounder. Okay, so he's not bad. Early sixth rounder. Let's look at left tackles. Let's look at these guys here in the third round. Ooh. Okay, so kind of a bust there. Let's... Oof. I think we need to... We've looked at a bunch of quarterbacks, and none of them, other than Parrish, none of them are very good. I mean, maybe Parrish is there in the first round, but I hate to just move on from... oh, I gotta get Kevin Brown in there. Mid-fourth rounder, scheme fit. I hate to move on from Mack so quickly, but... Mid-first rounder, Devontae Cheeks out of Arkansas. And let's look at Harold Dockery. Late fourth rounder. Okay. And one more, Justin Callaway. We will unlock him, and we will finish him next time. All right. No one that I want to negotiate with. We got to wait till week 14. So defend... I feel like the inside run is the better option with Henry. Yeah, we're going to go inside run with Henry. Blitz counter, sure. Barmore, Duggar, and Jackson. Yep. Because the offense all got huge upgrades last time, so we're going to focus on our defense here. Hopefully we got some upgrades. No upgrades. No upgrades. Okay. All right, let's play the game. 6-5, another huge game for us. And again, I still don't know where to go to find the roster or to find the standings. That may be something I Google here momentarily and see what I can find. So we're at home. Oh, shoot. I didn't change my goals. We're not going to shut out Tennessee, and we're not going to rush for 5 touchdowns. That was just dumb. Oh, well. 3-0 lead. 3-0 after 1 quarter. 10-0. 10-7. So quick touchdowns there on both sides. 17 was 3-0 at the end of the first quarter. 17-14 at the half. Maybe turn the ball over. If Tennessee takes the lead, they are up by 4 going into the fourth. And we lose. That stinks. That stinks. We limited Tannehill to 83 yards passing. So how did we lose this game? That's no good. We need one more win to get to our season goal. That shouldn't be an issue. Let's look at the box score for that one. 195 rushing yards for... Ooh, Cam had a rough game. Cam, 28 of 47, 276 yards, a touchdown, 2 picks. Tannehill was 7 of 20. Derrick Henry ran for 158 yards. Yeah, we got to fix our running game. Why is White... I'm going to have to look at the roster. White should not be getting the bulk of the carries. This is Harris's gig. Aguilar and Myers both had good games. Yeah, the game is just not throwing to Jonnu Smith, so we may end up moving him. Six tackles for losses. Winovich with the only sack. No picks. All right, well, we drop back to 500. 6-6 now. We got a big game against Buffalo, followed by our bye week. All right, view the playoff picture. Would we make the playoffs? We would not. All right, we would not make the playoffs right now. So we got some work to do. But ultimately, I want to get to 7 wins. Once we get to 7 wins, anything that happens after that, I don't care about because that's our season goal. So first of all, let's go to manage staff. And let's set up our goals for this one. We're not going to allow less than 200 yards to Buffalo. So, we're not going to shut them out. I mean, let's just go with the win the turnover battle. That seems to be the most efficient one for us. No turnovers today. We're probably going to allow a touchdown pass, so let's don't allow a rushing TD. That one seems more realistic. Some more scouting. What were we looking at before? Running backs? Or quarterbacks? No, we're looking at running backs. Yeah, Justin Callaway. Mid-first round talent. Well, let's finish Trent Newsome. Mid-fourth rounder. Scout some of these we've done a pretty good job scouting wide receivers, I think. But let's get these guys, these later round picks. Wow, okay, Brett Loud is a pretty solid. He's projected to go in the 5th round. We have him going in the 3rd. What do I want to look at? Kickers. We need a kicker. No, they're all undrafted, so I guess it doesn't matter, but let's look at a couple of them. Okay, so he's... Yeah, I mean, if we can get an undrafted kicker in the 2nd round, or if we can get a 2nd round rated kicker in late in the draft, that might be something we do. Let's look at defensive tackles. We've done a good job at middle linebackers. There aren't many. cornerbacks. We've put some points into cornerbacks, but let's look at a couple others here. Because we are going to have to replace Gilmore. Weekly strategy. We're going to try to stop the... No, we're going to try to stop the deep pass against... Nope. Against Josh Allen and Diggs. Run inside. That's fine. No, that's what I want. And let's continue to put points into our defense. Barmore, Duggar, and Jackson. Once Jackson levels up, maybe we go back to Winovich. Upgrades, upgrades, upgrades. Every time I say upgrade, Devin Godchaux. Every time I say upgrade, I think of the movie Idiocracy. I'm sure most of you have seen that movie, but one of the guys' names in the movie is Upgrade, or one of the guys talked about in the movie is Upgrade. Anyway, getting off topic. So technically we're better than Buffalo. Better offense, better defense, better overall. So let's see if we can beat the Bills here and win our 7th game of the year, the all-important 7th game, which gets us that team goal. Wasn't comfortable saying that we'd make the playoffs in our first season, but I'm fine saying 7 wins. So it's a night game in Buffalo. Let's see how it goes. So we get on the board with a field goal. 3-0 at the end of the first quarter. We get the ball back on a turnover, kick a field goal, and we're up by 9. We're up 9-0 on 3 field goals in the first half. 12-0. There we go. There's our touchdown. 19-0 after 3. 26-0. Buffalo finally gets on the board, and we blow out Buffalo. We blow out the Bills at home. And the announcers are giving us credit for winning our 7 games. So we won our 7 games. We didn't get an interception, but we didn't allow a rushing touchdown. We didn't turn the ball over, and we won the turnover battle. So that's good. Gahuste gets another upgrade. That's 2 upgrades in like 2 weeks for him. Still a backup, but becoming a better backup. We'll advance. Let's look at the box score. Box score first. Yeah, we dominated. 426 yards of offense. We ran the ball well. Cam was 20 of 28 for 274 yards and a touchdown. White and Harris. White 15 for 63. Harris 21 for 63. Jakob Johnson had a touchdown run. And the game is just not throwing to Jonnu Smith. Aguilar with a good game. Henry with a good game. Myers with a good game. Smith. Yeah, I don't know. We may end up trading him, like I said. Tackle for losses. Godchaux had 2. Jones and Guy each had 1. We had 4 sacks. Godchaux, Judon, Van Noy, Guy, and Winovich had half a sack each. No picks. Anyway, that was a good game. We win our 7th game of the year, and we have a bye week. So we get an opportunity to rest up here going into the bye. Are we in the playoffs now with our 7-6 record? We're still not. Okay. So we'll just do all this stuff. View message. Bye week. How do you want to handle the bye week? Guys are hoping to get a little of relaxation time. No, let's let them rest. You guys earned a little time off. That should improve the team morale, and we get +2 injury avoidance for the entire team, +3 morale boost. Players ready to negotiate. Let's get to Gunnar Olszewski. He wants 3 years at 10, so fair offer's 10.5. Okay, so if he wants 10.5 for 3 years, does it list return ratings? Yeah, he's a plus 80. He's an 88 kick returner. So, yeah, I'm okay with that. Want to bring Olszewski back. He's happy to come back. Jakob Johnson. He wants to come back. We'll bring him back as well. Anybody else? I don't think so. I don't think so. Scout. Start looking at some depth players here. Maybe find ourselves a good good player later in the draft. Yeah, we've scouted a lot of later round players. Undrafted. Mid-second round talent. Ross Giamello. Okay, well that's good. Yeah, all the quarterbacks are garbage, but let's... Undrafted. Yeah, all the quarterbacks in this draft are bad. Okay, well, it's good to know. Good to know that we don't have to waste our time looking at quarterbacks. All right. Weekly strategy. Manage the player health. We're going to go half pads this week. Half pads. Give the team a week off. Work on training. Any upgrades this week before we sim through the bye? We do. Barmore. Nice. And we still don't know what type of player he is, I don't think. Still don't think we know what type of player he is. Let's look. We still need a handful of... That's not where I wanted to go. I mean, I guess I could have done it from there, too. And I did it again, because I'm a dummy. Who do we want to look at? Barmore. Yes, needs 170 more snaps. Ah! I'm trying to swap them. Oh, you do it like that. Okay, you hold A and then release. Got it. Okay. All right, let's advance the week. Get to week 15. And all right, so this is another big game for us against the 8-5 Colts. Let's do some more scouting. Looks like we've scouted most of the top players. Anybody else here we want to scout? We'll scout a couple of these top running backs. Late first round. Early first round. Mid fifth round for Colin Raymond. Mid first round. Looking for players who are fits. Justin Trout. Late first round. And we'll finish Doug Sutton next time. Weekly strategy. No, I don't want to... Yeah, no, we can defend the run against the Colts. I'm not too afraid of their passing game. Got to remember to go in and set our goals. Upgrades. Jake Bailey. Booming leg. All-pro kicker Jake Bailey. And he is a star. He is a star punter. That's good. That is good. Manage staff. I don't know that we're going to do that, but let's come in here and let's sack the QB 3 times. That's a good one. Talent tree. Excuse me. Do I want to put points here? I can't put them there. Blocking, strength rating for offensive linemen. Release for wide receivers. Yeah, let's protect the quarterback a little bit better. Cool. I think that's everything, right? Yep. So it is time to play the game. I'd like to make the playoffs. I'm not going to be too terribly upset if we don't. But yeah, I'd like to make the playoffs in our first season. We are going to be a very different team next year. We're not going to have Cam Newton. We're likely not to have Hightower, Gilmore, or McCourty. So we're definitely going to be a different team. So we get on the board first with a field goal. We're up 3-0 after 1. We're down 7-3. We're down 14-3. Another field goal for us. They turn the ball over. We get it back. And we get within a point. So 10 quick points there to end the second half. They charge downfield, get a field goal, and a touchdown. So now we're down 11 going into the fourth. We're down 3. Can we stop them? They get a touchdown. And they win it. 31-24. So 7-7. Yeah, Jacob Eason is their starting quarterback, and they put up 24 points against us. So we didn't get any of our rewards. That's too bad. Let's look at the box score. How did we lose this game? Wow. Wait, what? Oh, did they have an injury? Okay, so Carson Wentz is their starter, right. Wentz with 15 of 25. Newton, 19 of 36, 252, and 2 touchdowns. So Eason was their backup quarterback. Got it. Okay. White, 15 for 72. Harris, 7 for 17. Running game was meh. Myers had a good game. Another touchdown. Henry with another touchdown. Three tackle for losses. Guy, Godchow, Van Noy. Only had 1 sack. Van Noy and Phillips. And J.C. Jackson with a pick. All right, so we're 7-7 as we move on to Week 16. No upgrades. We're likely not. And we're playing Buffalo again. All right, so I don't think there's anybody we need to negotiate with, but we'll just double check. I think we're pretty much done negotiating with everybody. Yeah, I can't bring back Gilmore. That destroys our cap space. I don't want to bring anybody else back, I don't think. Yep. Who are we playing? We're playing Buffalo again. So we'll do the same thing we did last time, which is defend the deep pass. Focus on running up the middle. Get our practice time in. See if we get any upgrades. Four, but for a couple of players we don't care about. So James White gets an upgrade. I love Sweet Feet, but he is likely gone next season. Juwan Bentley's not a bad backup. Up to a 75, 76 with a temporary potential. Montravis Adams, he's a backup who won't be around after this season. And J.C. Jackson, man-to-man coverage. Up to an 87, and he's got +2 temporary, so he's 89 right now. Some more scouting. And I suppose I could just go through and scout all the best players, but what I would really like to find players who are bargains. You know, find some players in the later rounds that like these guys are all. Let's look at Victor Caldwell, undrafted, okay, which is what it says he is. Yeah, I'd like to find some later round skill players that, you know, potentially are better. App State, that are better talents than, yeah, like this guy, Chester Hill. I mean, a projected mid-6th rounder. We have him as a late second. So that's somebody we're going to want to keep an eye on. Let's look at tight ends. We haven't looked at tight ends at all. Not that we need one, but if we move on from Jonnu Smith, we may need to fill a spot with another tight end. Let's go back to cornerbacks. Late 5th rounder for him. Oh, I'm going to lose most of those points. All right. Whatever. Let's see if we can beat the Bills again. We beat them just a couple weeks ago in Buffalo. And I might, down the road, step in and try to play a little bit. I think what I'll do is try to play the game a little bit offline and see if I can figure it out. It's obviously not the same game it was a decade ago. A lot more involved, so I'm not sure that I'll ever be able to do it, but we will see. Let's see how this one goes. So they get on the board right away. We're down by a touchdown at the end of one. There we go. We tie it up. They get a field goal. We come back with a touchdown of our own. And we are up 14-10 at the half. We're down by 5 going into the 4th. There we go. We take a 1-point lead. They take a 5-point lead. They get back-to-back touchdowns. And we lose again. So it looks like our playoff chances are basically toast at this point. So maybe, I think what we're gonna do is I think we're gonna throw Mack into the fray here over the last couple of weeks. A couple of really nice upgrades though. Trent Brown, 2 of our offensive linemen. That's huge. Trent and Shaq. Our offensive line is so good. We just need to get a running back to go along with it. Let's look at the box score. Wow. 415 yards. We had 408. Oh, someone to look at the Patriots. Cam wasn't bad. 273 and a touchdown. White, Newton, Harris. Yeah, for some reason, it's given James White all the rushing yards. Henry and Harry and Aguilar all did okay. Winovich had another solid game. Adrian Phillips with a pick. So who got hurt? Hightower broke his finger. Barmore, really? Really? Just as he was approaching, damn it. All right. How do we put him on the IR? All right. So I want to go here and go here. And we are going to make Mac Jones our starter. We are going to make Damian Harris our starter. Any other changes we want to make? Yeah, see, we have Jonnu Smith listed as our fourth wide receiver. I don't think there are any other changes we want to make. Yeah, those are the big ones. We're going to get Mack out there, and we're going to let him play these last couple weeks of the season. Let's do some more scouting. Hopefully Mack can get another upgrade point this year. It'd be nice to have him, come out of this season as like an 83 or a 73 rather. 6th round talent. Yeah, Moses Middleton looks like a good one maybe to pick up in the 2nd round. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad we have a lot of picks because it looks like there are some pretty solid diamonds in the rough, as if you will, that maybe we can trade. Can use some of our excess picks to trade up for people. Eddie Ingram looks to be pretty good. It's Jaguars week. Defend the deep pass against Trevor Lawrence. Run inside. Yes. No. I don't want to focus on McGrone. Do we have any offensive players that are stars? I don't think anybody that we're going to play regularly that's young. Let's get Damian Harris some additional. Let's see if he can throw for 2 touchdown passes in this game. See how Mack does in his first game of the year. Do we get any upgrades? No upgrades. Okay. Manage the staff. Win the turnover battle. Yeah, those all work. We can probably pick off Trevor Lawrence twice. Maybe. I don't know. All right, that's everything. Let's play the game. We're without our starting defensive tackle, and we're going with a rookie quarterback. So let's see how this goes. In the rain in Gillette. So we get a touchdown right off the bat. We get 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. So Mack getting it done. It's 14-14. They kick a field goal. We kick a field goal. We get the ball back. Score a touchdown. We put up 31 points in the first quarter with Mac Jones as our starting quarterback. 38-17, 38-24 going into the fourth. .41. We put up a 40 spot in Mac Jones's first game as a New England Patriot. He throws for 358 yards and 4 touchdowns. All right, well, there's our quarterback, guys. There is our QB1, Mac Jones, baby. Let's look at the box score. Throw for 358, run for 104. Mack in his first pro start, 26 of 38, 358 yards and 4 touchdowns. Damian Harris, 24 carries, 84 yards and a touchdown. Myers had a huge game, 8 for 143 and 2 touchdowns. Aguilar is a touchdown catch. Henry with a touchdown catch. Phillips with a couple tackles for losses. We get to Trevor Lawrence 5 times. Van Noy a sack and a half. Guy, Judon, Winovich, Godshow. Pick by Gilmore. All right. Well, hey, that works. That works. We got 1 week left to go. We have Dolphins week. We are 8-8. This is, I don't think we are in the playoff picture, but we'll look. No. One more scouting during the regular season. I think we scout right through the end of the year, I believe. Let's look for some more weapons for Mac, I guess. Oh, we've already gone all the way down this list. Yeah, we've done our due diligence on wide receivers, I think. Let's look at Charles Huntington, the undrafted. Third round talent there. Late 7th round. 7th round. Let's go back to kickers. I want to scout a bunch of kickers. Early 4th rounder. Okay, so we should be able to get ourselves a kicker at a reasonably positioned time in the draft. Managed staff, last game of the regular season. Allow less than 200 yards, no turn. Yeah, I mean, we can. I don't think we're going to do any of those, but we'll try. Weekly strategy. Sure. Defend the long pass against Tagovailoa. And let's get J.C. Jackson out of there. And let's put Mack back in there for the rest of the season. It's normal development, so it's going to be slow. But anything I can do to improve Mack between now and the end of the season will just give us more options next year when we are looking at the draft. Who got upgrades? Jojuan Williams, that's nice. He's a temporary +1, so he's a 71 overall. Ramondre Stevenson, that's nice. Game doesn't like him, but I think he's going to be pretty good for the Patriots this year. Jakob Johnson gets another upgrade. We are going to try to be a run-heavy team next year. Jared Stidham. Let's go. Up to a 63. And Onwenu continues to be good. We'll put that into power. Is he a regular development too? No, he's a star. Okay. As he should be. All right, so I think that's everything, right? Yeah, let's play the game. See if we can win 2 in a row with Mack at the helm. He threw for 340 yards in his first start, or whatever it was. 340, 360. Could be Gilmore's final game as a Patriot. Same with McCourty. Same with Hightower. We get a touchdown right off the bat. We're up 7-0 after 1. 7-3. They get a touchdown right as the half expires, so we give up 10 in the second. We're down 10-7. We turn the ball over, I think. It's still 10-7. They go up 17-7. And this one, we lose 17-7. So we're going to finish our first season 8-9. 8-9, not ideal. But we won our 7 games. Judon gets an upgrade. He should be a star too, right? Yeah. Now let's look at the box score, and then we'll advance. Then I got to pause for a minute, but then we'll come back and we'll finish off the season. So not a good game for Mac Jones. 14 for 32, 222 yards. He gets picked off 3 times. Harris had a good game, 10 for 99. Myers, 70 yards receiving. Judon, 2 tackles for losses and 2 sacks. We had 7 sacks. Judon, Godshow, Winovich, each with 2. Guy had 1. Jonathan Jones with an interception. All right, let's get to the wild card round, which we didn't make. All right, guys, I will be right back, and we will sim the rest of the regular season. Hang tight. All right, we're back. So, why is our available salary cap minus... Oh, whatever. We will... What is going on here? There we go. All right, so let's get our upgrades in. These are all of our what do you call it? Our practice squad guys. And I know I can go online and I can find up-to-date rosters and stuff that would have up-to-date ratings. But I just can't be bothered to do that right now. Because ultimately, these players are, they're not real. So, J.J. Taylor, may end up being better for the Patriots than what he is in this game. I don't really care. I'll just replace him with whoever if he's not good in this. I don't even know who some of these people are. I don't think this guy was on our... Some of these players weren't even on our practice squad. So I don't know who they are or where they came from. But whatever. There are a lot of players who got upgrades, so they're better now than they were a week ago. Jalen Guyton. Yeah, I don't know some of these players. All right, so it's wild card week. We need to... Well, I guess we can't. Contract extended. Good. Fill staff. What do we need to fill? I don't think we need to fill anything right now. We have an offensive and a defensive coordinator. So can we not scout during the playoffs? Is that what happens here? We can't upgrade, so let's just advance. We got some points we can spend, I guess. Where do I want to spend them, though? Player personnel. I like this one. Yeah, that way we can continue to work on our defense if we want to. I like that. We're gonna be a defense in our running team. That's gonna be what we're gonna be. That's gonna be our thing. We're gonna be a grinded out style. Let's look at the playoff bracket. So what do we got? Let's probably look at that. So the Browns were the number 1 seed in the AFC. They got a bye. In the wild card round, the Titans beat the Ravens. The Chiefs beat the Bills. The Colts beat the Dolphins. In the divisional round, the Browns beat the Colts 20-2. The Chiefs beat the Titans. So it's the Browns and the Chiefs in the AFC and in the National League and the NFC. The Cowboys get a bye. Panthers got a bye. The Panthers beat the Redskins 41-13. The 49ers beat Arizona 24-14. The Saints beat the Packers. The Panthers beat the Saints. The Niners beat the Cowboys. So it's the 2 versus the 6 seed in the NFC, the 49ers and the Panthers. And we may go right into the postseason here. Now that the season's over, I'm excited to do my first offseason. So let's do our Pro Bowl. Let's see if we had anybody make the Coach, after a less than stellar season, are you going to take some time to relax and recharge? My focus is on next season. I have earned 5 staff points. Great. Playoff bracket. What's our Super Bowl look like? The Browns and the Panthers in the Super Bowl this year. Okay. I'm good with that. Did we have anybody make the Pro Bowl? Jakob Johnson made it as a fullback. Jacoby Myers made it. Hunter Henry. That looks like that might be it. Yep. Okay, so Hunter Henry, Jacoby Myers, and Jakob Johnson. And Super Bowl 56 goes to... Let's see. Did the Panthers win? The Panthers beat the Browns 28-7 in the Super Bowl. Sam Darnold wins the MVP. Lamar Jackson is the MVP. Matt Rule, the Coach of the Year. Lamar Jackson wins the Offensive Player of the Year. Von Miller, Defensive. Justin Fields, the Rookie of the Year for the Bears. And Pete Werner for the Saints. Let's look at our final team statistics for the year. Cam ended up not having a bad year. I mean, threw for 4,000 yards and 26 touchdowns. He got sacked 33 times. Mac Jones in 2 games, 40 of 70, 4 touchdowns, 4 picks. James White had a pretty good season on the ground, ran the ball far more than I would have wanted him to. Damian Harris will be our number 1 back going into next year. 3 receivers with 1,000 yards receiving, Aguilar, Myers, and Henry. Just great seasons all around. Harry was okay. Smith was a disappointment, but those top 3 receivers, man. Who led us in sacks for the year? Kyle Van Noy had 12. Judon had 10. Winovich had 9. Guy and Godchow 4.5. Uche had 3. Barmore 1. Jones had half a sack. Phillips had half a sack. And Wise had half a sack. Picks, not a lot of picks. J.C. Jackson, Stephon Gilmore led us with 2. All right, we were 4th in the AFC in offense, 17th in defense, though. So, again, we got to work on that defense. So what do we want to do? See all the staff moves. Do we need to hire anybody? A lot of people got shit canned. John Gruden got fired from the Giants. What's he doing on the Giants? Whatever. All right, let's advance a week. Resign players. View 2021 retirements. Anybody for the Patriots retire? AFC East. Emmanuel Sanders, Jerry Hughes, Nick Foles, and Justin Bethel both retired. Yeah, that makes sense. 11 players ready to negotiate. Can we get back into negotiations with some of these players now? I mean, we could tag. One year, $12 million. 1 year, $11 million. No, I don't want to tag either of those players. No, we're not going to sign any of them, but we're going to let them all go to free agency and see what we can do at that point. Let's advance. Okay, so we are back. So now we need to... Yeah, our defense is down to an 80 because we lost 3 of our best players, which isn't a surprise. Depth chart. So we need a quarterback. I don't necessarily know that we need a starting quarterback. I think we can probably do that. I mean, we really need a whole bunch of everything. We could use a running back to put in, to slot in behind Harris. We are going to need a quarterback. I want this to be Mack's team next year, or a rookie. So I probably won't draft a... or won't sign a free agent. We need wide receivers. Aguilar and Myers were good, but we definitely need wide receivers. Let's see if we can trade Jonnu Smith. And let's go to the defense. So we're okay at left end. Maybe a right end since guys getting up there in age. Godshaw and Barmore's our defensive tackles. Maybe we pick up a DT. Left outside linebacker's fine. We need a middle linebacker. I'm okay with Van Noy in the middle. Oops, I didn't want to go to the Raiders. We've got Uche and Van Noy on the right, and in the middle it's got Van Noy. Yeah, Van Noy's going to be our middle linebacker again. Cornerback, we're not in bad shape even with Gilmore being gone, but finding a slot cornerback might not be bad. We're okay at free safety. Oh, no, we're not, because Jonathan Jones is a cornerback, and Duggar is our strong safety. All right, so basically defense and then offensive skill positions. So really everything except for the O-line. Draft Central. Okay. Let's scout some more players. Let's do the scouting first before we start looking at free agency. Okay, so we have the combine grade. Okay, so it shows you the different attributes. See, you're going to use their ratings and their combine rank to determine where they fall. Okay. Yeah, the quarterbacks were really shitty. Wow, look at that. We got a good one here. Scotty Rowe with a 6.1 combine score. Undrafted. Warren Newby. Mid-first round talent. Yeah, I want to look at some of these guys with early first round. Kenny Stanford. We have him listed in the 4th round as a 4th round projection, but here's a 7.4. Late 5th round talent, 7.3. Late 2nd rounder. Looking for sevens down low here. Undrafted. Okay. Let's go to free safety. Because that's a spot we need with McCourty being gone. 6'6" combine score. I saw 6'7" up here. Terrence Hodge. Mid-third rounder. Let's go back to cornerbacks. Saw 7.3 up there. We'll look at him in a second, but I want to make sure there's nobody down here. No, okay. Let's get back to, where is he? Right there. David Nails. Mid-first round talent. Let's get middle linebackers. Undrafted guys. I don't know. Field general, 6.7. It's not terrible. 6.6. We'll look at Mitchell Montague because he's a scheme fit, but he's undrafted. Okay. All right. So, free agency. How does free agency work? Sign free agents. We only have $12 million. Okay. Well, that's an issue. That's an issue. So, first thing we need to do. Hunter Henry has a $15 million cap hit. Holy crap. Brown 10. He's at 11. He's 10. Yep, Jonnu Smith. All right, so who wants Jonnu Smith? Oops, wrong button. Okay, so the Bears want him. I wish I could see records. I think pretty much everybody. Oh, I guess not everybody's going to want him. Okay. I'm looking for a team that didn't make the postseason. We already have Washington's draft picks, I think. Jaguars? I mean, this isn't going to go through, but I want to see what the value looks like when I do it. Okay. So, I think they probably just don't want to give up that first-round pick, but we will see. Let's just try it. Yeah, okay. So, they don't want to give up the first-round pick. So, I mean, I could potentially get a... Packers didn't make the playoffs. We do that. I don't think they want to give up the first round pick. Yeah, I mean, it's close. Let's go back. I want to check Jacksonville again. I want to see something. So if we came in here and we did 2, 3, and 4, how would that work? They're more interested. What if we got rid of the 4th? More interested. If I got rid of the 2nd and put in a 4th and 5th. Okay, we're getting there. 4th and 6th. I want as many picks in this draft as I can get because we have a lot of holes to fill. All right, so we're almost there. It's probably going to be a 5th and a 6th. Almost there. All right, so what if we do this? What if we get a 2nd and a 4th, and then next year we ask for a 3rd? because next year's picks don't have as much value. Okay, that goes the wrong way. All right, I'm still learning on how this the computer AI works here. So, what if we do a second like that? Second and fourth this year and a fifth next year. No? Okay. All right, so I think we're going to have to do a second and a fifth. And they have 2 fifth-round picks. Would you do the second and both your fifths? Nope. What about a sixth? Nope. All right. Second and a fifth. Let's try the second and fifth and seventh first. Almost. What if it's the other 7th round picks? I saw you had 2. Nope. Okay. Second, fifth, and a sixth next year. Yeah, and I know I'm really kind of getting nuts here with this, but I really want to maximize the return. All right. So second and fifth this year. Wow, not even that. Okay. What about a second, a sixth, and a seventh? We're almost there. Second and a sixth. There. All right. So we trade Jonnu Smith to the Jaguars for a second and a sixth. But it still shows we only have $12 million in cap space. I don't quite understand. Why does this now say I have negative cap space? Hightower's down to an 83, so I think we made the right move to move on from him. Chris Barnes is a scheme fit. He's only 24. He's 77. How do we have negative cap space? How do we have negative cap space? Do I just not understand how the NFL salary cap works? Is that the issue? So we have 15 million there, but when we get into free agency, we have negative. So, releasing him won't do us any good. If we release Aguilar, we save $17 million. If we release Wynn, we save 10. I think, 17 million for Nelson Aguilar is a butt ton of money. Can we trade him? I'm sure that I'm doing something wrong here. I'm sure that I took a net loss trading Jonnu Smith, but, whatever. You learn as you go. All right, so let's see if anybody wants Aguilar. The Bengals want him. The Bengals didn't make the postseason. What would the Bengals want for Nelson Aguilar? They have the 17th pick. Would you give me a second, a third, and a fourth for Nelson Aguilar? Probably not, but... yeah, it's not even really all that close. So what about a second? And then a third and a fifth next year? No. Okay. So what about just a third and a fourth? We get rid of the second. It's close. Third, fifth, and sixth. actually sends it down. All right, what about a third and a fifth? Almost. Third and a fifth next year. Almost. Let's get a late round pick next season. Let's see if we can get a sixth. Third this year and a sixth next year. Cool. All right. So that frees up some cap space. That's good. But it means we really are going to need to go heavy into wide receiver, which is fine. But it still says we have $12 million in cap space. Okay, now it says we have 13. All right, and I'm not going after any of the big guys. I'm just not. But someone like Barnes, 77. He's 24. Star development. So let's give him a $3 million signing bonus. Let's bump that up to 3.5. Okay, so we are top there. That's good. All right. I don't think I'm looking for young players who have star development. That's the key. Look for young players who have star development who are free agents. I mean, there aren't going to be a lot of those, obviously, but yeah, Gilmore's a 95. I mean, he can end up with the Bengals. That's fine. Sidney Jones, Tavon Young. Yeah, like this. Like, this is the kind of player that I'm looking for. Mike Hughes, he's 25. He wants $7.9 million. But let's look at free safeties first. McCourty, Quandre Diggs. No, nobody. Let's look at strong safeties. Maybe there's a strong safety in there that is young and free. Keanu Neal's 20, or not free, but Keanu Neal, Ronnie Harrison. He wants more money than I can pay him right now. No, nobody there either. So let's go back to cornerbacks. And who was that cornerback I was looking at? It was 77, right? Yeah, it was Mike Hughes. All right, so let's bump his salary up to 3. Let's bump this up to 2. Let's make the offer. So we're the top there. And let's pause. Let's see if we can sign a linebacker and a cornerback. We'll sim ahead a week. Contract accepted. So we signed Hughes and we signed Barnes. Excellent. All right. So that bumps our defense back up to an 81. That's excellent. Chris Barnes. Let's look at our roster again, because I want to see if there's anybody else that we can save a bunch of money. And I think that's what happened with Jonnu Smith. I think trading him actually hurt our cap number. Let's see, is there anybody else here that we can save money on if we cut? Or trade, rather. Godchow? Yeah, I think Godchow is next on the chopping block. So let's try to move on from him and Anderson. Maybe Harry, too. Harry might be an after the draft thing, but let's see if we can move on from Godchow here. Yeah, I mean, our need is defensive tackle. So he's not that good, so we may as well move on from him. Who's interested in him? Chargers are interested in him. Okay. So what would the Chargers want to give us for Devin Godchaux? Can we get some stuff next year? Because they aren't very good this year, but maybe we can get like 2nd and a 5th next year for Devin Godchaux. Wow. Okay. That was not expected. Okay, so we trade Devin Godchaux, and Anderson was the other one, right? Yeah, we definitely are going to need to do something at defensive tackle, and we are going to move Anderson now too. And this will probably be our last deal. We can find someone who's got interest in him, because otherwise we'll just cut him. Is there even a team that has moderate interest in him? So the Chargers have interest in him too. Oh, the Chiefs have interest in him. What will the Chiefs give us next season for Anderson? Not enough value. Okay. Not unanticipated. I just assumed that because we were able to get a 2nd and a 5th out of the last guy. Let's try a 3rd and a 4th. Almost. So let's make this a 3rd and a 5th, and I bet we lock it down. Cool. All right, so we've cleared a bunch of cap space. Now it's just a matter of filling it with players that fit our thing. So we have 10.9 million now. Colin Kaepernick. He's listed as a star. Do we want to bring in a backup? No, we have Stidham as our backup. Any running backs that are young, that are stars? Bring back Sony Michel. No, not really. I like how Cordarrelle Patterson is listed as a running back now. You can thank Bill Belichick for that one. No, wide receivers? Gotta be some wide receivers in here. Tim Patrick, but he's 28. If he was like 25, maybe. Russell Gage Jr. He's a 77. Here we go. Deontay Harris. He's a deep threat. He's a 75. He's only 24. Maybe. His contract was a little high, but we'll see if we have the space to fit that in. Adam Humphries is a star at 72. Really? Not a star, but star potential growth. Where is he? Yeah, that wouldn't be a huge cap hit, really. So let's bump this up to 2. Bump that to 3.5. He's 24 years old. Yeah, we still have about $6.5 million. Let's see where that puts us. We're top there. Do we need a tight end? I mean, we need a young tight end. No, doesn't appear there are any. That's fine. Offensive line, we're fine. We don't need any offensive linemen. Let's look at defensive tackles. We could use a defensive tackle. Jaron Reed is a run stopper. It's an 80 overall. That's actually not a bad option, but let's see if there's anybody potentially better. Ogunjobi. Tim Settle, I wish he had star development. He'd be the one I'd go after at age 25. All right, so who was it? It was Ogunjobi or Jaron Reed. So that kills our cap space, so we can't do that. What about Ogunjobi? Kills our cap space as well. All right, so we can't make an offer on either of these guys. That's fine. I think we might be done in free agency. I want to save the rest of that cap space for the draft. And then we might have to make a couple moves there as well, but just want to see if there's anything I'm missing here. Kyle Phillips. I mean, you got to do your due diligence, right? You got to go through this, and you just got to see if there's anybody that slipped through the cracks that for whatever reason doesn't want a lot of money. We signed our linebacker. We signed a cornerback. Yep, so I think we are done in free agency. Oh, we got to do some more scouting. I almost skipped scouting. Almost blew 175 points. All right, so now we know what we need, right? We need to look at defensive tackles. 4th round talent. We have a bunch of draft picks, so we should be in a pretty good position to get some impact players if we need to move up in the draft. Middle linebacker now is one we want to look at. Are there any 7s in here down towards the bottom? Nope, but there were a couple of high sixes up here. So you got a 6'8" in the 7th round. Daniel Fields. Yeah, late 2nd round talent. Right outside linebacker. Oops. Nobody great there, but let's take a look at, Tyler Wilbur. Early 2nd round talent. Okay, we got 25 points left. Let's dump them into cornerback. Stephen Willis. No, he's not going to be any good. Let's advance the week. Ooh, Harris rejected the contract. Let's go back and take a look at him again. Did he sign with somebody else, or is he still here? He signed with someone else. That punk! Alright, that's fine. That is fine. So we will then take that money and we will look at defensive tackles. Are any of those defensive tackles we looked at still there? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. All right. Middle linebacker we already looked at. Huh. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. It's okay, though. It's okay. What do we got for kickers? Anything any good? Can we sign a kicker? Tyler Bass, a 25-year-old. 78 overall. Rodrigo Blankenship. Yeah, I mean, I think we sign a kicker. Can sign him cheap, and then we don't have to worry about... Oh, I take that back. He wants $6 million. I'm not signing a kicker to a... Power, he's accurate. 676. I mean, I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll make the offer. Tyler Bass. Bring in a kicker in free agency. Let's do some more scouting. We have so many holes that I'd rather not spend a draft pick on a kicker if I can help it, but yeah, the quarterbacks are just really, really bad. So Josh Johnston has the best combine grade. Ugh. All right. We've already looked at a ton of running backs. Broderick Phillips with a 7.2 combine, late second rounder. Jake Casper, an undrafted fullback. I love a good fullback. Yeah, there are a lot of really good wide receivers that we can get outside of the first round. So I don't think, if we trade up, I don't think it's going to be for a wide receiver. If we trade up, it might be for the one good quarterback in the draft. Justin Parrish. But even he's projected in the early second round, so we may be able to get him towards the top of the second round. Let's look at that tight end who's a 7 in the combine. Dwight Lindley. Early second rounder. Okay. So let's advance a week. This video is going to be stupid long. This video is going to be like 2 hours long. All right, so we signed Bass. Okay, so let's view the free agency recap. There's still some unsigned players. We signed Bass, Hughes, and Barnes. So I think that's pretty good. We got a 24-year-old with star growth potential. He's a 77. We got a cornerback who's good in man-to-man at a 77. And then we get a power leg who's a 78, all-star. So that works. Devontae Adams signed with the Steelers. Gilmore with the Bengals. Von Miller with Washington football team. Mitchell Schwartz with the Ravens. Devin McCourty signs with the Chargers. Clowney with the Chargers. Gallup with the Colts. Hightower goes over to the defending champion Panthers. Gronk with the Bengals. Diggs with the Dolphins. Olivier Vernon to the Jaguars. Leighton Vander Esch to the Dolphins. Okay. All right. It's draft time. Let's get to it. Let's get to the draft. Okay, so I'm going to pause this. If playing, please wait for them to... yeah, no, we're not. All right, so how do we do this? Pause the draft. All right. So, view my draft board. I don't think I have anybody on my draft board. Oh, yeah, I do. These are all the players that... okay, this is just everybody that... so we have a first, we have 3 seconds, we have 4 thirds, a fourth. We have so many friggin' draft picks. All right, so... yeah, I don't necessarily need anybody on my draft board. So, what do we do from here? We have just a crap ton of draft picks. Do we just make them? I mean, that's 4 picks in the first, 50 of the draft. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think there's anybody really in the first round that I have to have. I think we are just... just skip to our next pick. Let's see who the Giants take with the first pick. Who did they take? Who did they take? Where does it list the draft? Looks like they took that linebacker. Is there some way to look? Is there some way to see who was drafted? Okay, Dominic Shepard. There you go. No, linebacker out of Tennessee. All right, right there. So we're just going to skip to our pick. Let's... Is there some way to see who was taken? All right. So, here we go. Our first pick. Justin Parrish is still there. Late first rounder. We're picking 12th. I don't think I'm ready to make that pick here. So many wide receivers. I don't think we need to. So let's go to our positions of need, which were defensive tackle and linebacker. So Damian Charleston, speed rusher, mid first rounder. He's a defensive end though, which we don't really need. Porter's a defensive tackle, middle linebacker. There are no first round. What about free safeties? Nope, no free safeties. Moses Middleton was a mid-first round talent, projected to go in the third round, which means we can probably get him next round. So I think what we do is... Do we just go right after a running back? Late first rounder. Justin Callaway, mid-first rounder. He's an elusive back, not very strong. Or do we take Justin Parrish? I think he's a late first rounder, so I think we're going to go after... Yeah, see, the problem is we didn't have either of these guys. Justin Trout, late first rounder. LaMarcus Knighton, mid first rounder. 4.4940. Jahleel Randall's a late first rounder. It's an important pick. I think I'm going to go running back or wide receiver. I think we're going to go Johnny Carr, and then we will keep an eye on the quarterback. And if we have to trade up to get him, we will. So we're going to go Johnny Carr with our first pick. 76 overall, normal development. That kind of sucks. All right. So let's resume the draft. Skip ahead in the draft. Next pick. Rodney Allen. Enrique Walker. Bernard Lynch. Linebacker. Luke Teal, a tight end. Danny Fincher. All right, so now I want to... Can we not trade draft picks at the draft? No, we can. So Washington has the number 19 pick. So let's... I didn't want to go there. Let's pause the draft. Let's go to manage roster. So we're on the Packers now. Okay. So we want to go to the Packers. We want to trade... We want their 20th pick. And we will give you the middle second round pick and one of our third round picks. And you can have one of our sixth round picks. Little bit more. Okay, so what if we give you one of our fifths? Or I guess we don't have any fifths. What if we do that? No, because I want a pick in the mid-rounds. Let's get rid of that, and let's go to 2023. Want one of our third-round picks next year? That I would be okay with. Almost there. All right. I'm going to keep going. See, my problem is the Packers need a quarterback. Okay, they didn't take him. Skip ahead in the draft, next pick. Skip ahead in the draft, next pick. Danny Durant. Okay, so the Bills won't make a deal with us. Eagles. Okay, so let's pause. And let's go to the Eagles now at number 24. I want your number 24 pick. And I will give you one of my seconds this year. Give you that second, and I'll give you the third. Almost. So I got to give you another pick. Okay. Would you take one of our sixth? With that, I'll give you our better of the sixth round picks. Almost. I would give you one of my thirds next year. A second and 2/3 for your number 24 pick. Oh, come on. That seems like a good deal to me. Hopefully they don't take him. The Saints. 25 pick. Okay, so the Eagles are back on the clock. Let's try the Eagles again. Let's see if they'll give up the 26th pick for that same kind of selection of stuff. I want your 26th pick. And I will give you 51st pick and the 88th pick. That seems like a good deal to me. Really? Really? All right, so we'll give you one of those 2033 third round or 2023 third round picks. Oh, come on. All right, so maybe not the 96th pick, but maybe the... I'll give you the 80th. That's fine. All right. Cool. All right, so it's our pick now. Make your selection, and we're going to take the quarterback. We are going to take Justin Parrish out of Wisconsin. Again, with the normal development. Damn. Okay, I mean, they said it was a good pick, but maybe that development can change. I don't know. All right, so let's just go to our next pick. Let's take a look at the selections. Let's see who's available. Trent Newsome is still there. Ashton Lincoln. Late second rounder, so we can probably get him later. Ricardo Mccullough. We have him listed as a first-round talent, an early first-round talent. We're going to take Ricardo Mccullough. Good pick. We had him ranked. Is ranked number 4. We drafted him at 41. He's a 77 overall at 23. Let's just skip ahead with a couple of picks to our next pick. Hodge is a third rounder, so he'll be there next round. Moses Middleton. Yeah, we're going to take Moses Middleton. Probably make him a strong safety. 76. Yeah, good draft. Good draft here for us, I think. So now we're going to go to the third round. Advance to the next pick. Let's see what we have for talent left. Trent Newsome. So we already drafted a running back. Although Kenny Stafford, power back, first round talent. Yep. 76, he's hidden. Okay, so that's a good pick for us. Kenny Stanford. So we've gone running back, quarterback, defensive tackle, running back. So we picked 2 running backs. That's fine. That is fine. Are there any wide receivers that are still hanging around out there? Lloyd Pittman. Ashton Lincoln is a second-round talent. Ross Giamello is a second-round talent, but we might be able to get him later. I think we're going to go after one of those wide receivers here. Yeah, we got a couple of good defensive tackles still on the list. Eddie Ingram, mid-third rounder. Daniel Fields, a second-round talent in the 7th round. We should be. I don't know if we can wait. That's the problem. I don't know how the AI does with making these picks. So I think we're going to take Daniel Fields. Normal. Okay, so that wasn't a great pick. It was an okay pick. Not fantastic. Hopefully one of those wide receivers will be there by the time it's our next pick, which is the next pick. Make our selection. So we should be able to take one of those wide receivers. Ashton Lincoln or B plus BB. We're going to go Ashton Lincoln. 71 overall. It's a good pick. He's hidden potential, so we need to get him some playing time. So our next pick is in the 4th round somewhere. And now I think we just go for best value available for us. So if we don't need any more running backs. We drafted plenty of running backs. Giamello's still there. Okay. And since he's projected in the 6th round, we should be able to take him before that. 5th round talent, Josh Caldwell. Avery Meeks, Barry Madden. Yeah, I mean, good combine. Good power moves, good pursuit, good tackle. He's a 68. Normal. Okay, he's all right. He's all right. So So I don't think we have another pick now until like the 6th round. Is that right? Yeah, we don't have a 5th round pick. And then we have a handful of picks here in the 6th round. So do we take a shot at someone like Darius Jett, 2nd round talent? I mean, he was bad in the combine, but he was projected to go in the 2nd round. Here we go. Eddie Ingram. Potential 3rd round talent, speed rusher, good combine. Yeah. 69, nice overall. We drafted him at 161. He was ranked at 71. Okay. I think it's been a good draft so far. I think we have a nice combination of, and I don't know. I mean, I've never done this before, so I don't have any idea where it is in relation to anything else, but it feels like a good draft. Giamello's still there. I think we're going to take him. 72 overall. That's not bad. So a lot of weapons here. Two running backs. I didn't want to go there. 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a quarterback, and then some help on the D-line. All right, so now we need, I think we're going to look at the best defensive player available. Alfonso Sharp is a potential 4th round. We're going to give nothing left but undrafted middle linebackers. Richard Clifford, a potential 2nd round. He might be the pick just because of the potential round he was supposed to be drafted in. Love we should be able to get with another pick here. Yeah, so we're going to go back to... Where was it? Where was he? Where did he go? Where was the guy I was just looking at? I'm not crazy, right? There was a... I don't know. All right, we're going to take Richard Clifford. Oh, okay. We reached. All right. So he's not very good. Okay, that's our first bad pick of the draft. So I think so far so good. We're in the 7th round here. Do we have anybody? I mean, we don't need another running back. Darren Francis. Alfonso Sharp is a potential 4th or is a projected 4th round pick. His combine wasn't all that good. Joey Mabin, 6th round pick in the 7th round. Gerald Penn. I think I'm going to take the guy. Where was he? We're going to take Joey Mabin. Another reach. All right, 65. All right, so we're on the clock again. How many picks do we have? I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind all these picks. It's going to help fill our roster, that's for sure. Darius Jett, 2nd round potential. I don't know how you can pass him up. Although Darren Francis, 4th round talent, 5.7 combine. He had a much better combine. We're going to take Darius Jett. Ugh. Okay. Not good. Not good. We have another pick in the 7th round. So many picks. We're not going to take another wide receiver as much as we would want to. We're not going to take another wide receiver. Is there anybody that is... I mean, Francis feels like the best pick. I mean, he's a potential 4th round pick. Anybody that we've scouted. I guess that's really the big thing. There's literally nobody left. I mean, Chad Goldsberry, sure. 61. All right, so he's fine. He's fine. One more pick. One more pick. And we may just take that wide receiver because he was rated to go. Yep. Darren Francis. 67 overall. I mean, he's not very good, but I think we've added some depth to our wide receiver core. All right, so that's the end of the draft. And guys, I am going to pause, and I will be back here in just a minute. All right, we're back. How's my audio? My audio is fine. All right, so we're back. What do we need to do? Oops, I didn't want to use that, though. What is going on with this? Draft recap. He was our number 1 pick. So these guys all signed their contracts. Okay, cool. Justin Parrish. So we're going to have a quarterback battle between Mac Jones and Justin Parrish. Adjust roster. So Parrish is now listed as the better overall quarterback. And he's better really across the board. We pick up Stanford and Carr to go alongside Harris. Wide receivers, we have a ton. Myers, Harry, Giamello, Lincoln. Yeah, we drafted a ton of wide receivers. I think we need a tight end. Ooh, we need a backup. McCullough and Barmore will be our defensive tackles. We need a backup offensive lineman for sure. Our cornerback situation's in pretty good shape. Our free safety, I think we want to make Middleton. Can we change his position? Can you change positions? Is it under Edit Player? All right, we'll make him a free safety. And let's see what that looks like. All right, so yeah, he's our starting free safety. Okay, so we do need to sign some free agents. Just roster. No, I don't think. Can we do it from here? Manage roster. Improve team. No, let's trade. I don't want to trade it. I don't want to trade for anybody. I guess maybe we can't do it yet. Yeah. All right. Well, let's. What do we do? Advanced week. And I think once we get to, I'm gonna make a couple signings here. and then we're going to call it an episode. This is going to be a 2-hour episode for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I had fun. I like doing the off-season. So we need a tight end. We need a couple of backup offensive linemen. But they're all backups. So we don't need a ton of... we don't need to spend a bunch of money. So let's look at tight ends. Let's find somebody young. It's not going to cost a lot of money. Jake Butt. He just retired, I believe. We will sign him. Let's look at offensive linemen. Will Clapp. Signed like 2 offensive linemen, I think. And again, just looking for young players who, you know, may develop out of nowhere. Angelo Pritchett's 22. We'll sign him. Cool. So, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. When we come back, we'll go through the offseason, or we'll go through the preseason. We will go through the Hall of Fame induction ceremonies, and we will start year number 2 at the helm of the New England Patriots. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts. I had a good time. That was a fun 2 hours. Let me know what you think of the deals I made, of the draft, and, yeah, any other thoughts you may have for me. And I'll talk to everybody soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.